rolling bass enters smooth and warm. Minimal percussion, gentle hi-hats, light rim clicks. Bats swell slightly, creating richer harmonic texture. Faint vocal sample or hum drifts through the veil. Groove solidifies, bass line anchors the track. Smooth and deep, airy plucks interact with paths, melodic and flowing. Melodic plucks fading, creating a delicate melodic motif. Melodic motif, hypnotic energy, calm yet immersive, perfect for late night chill. Breakdown, kick and bass fade slightly. Pads and plucks dominate, reverb heavy, bass arpeggio shimmer subtly. A faint whisper vocal echoes, twilight fades, reflective, dreamlike, meditative. Drop to, is cooked and warmer. Add bloom arcs and plucks, interweaving melodic patterns. Breakdown, wheels lighting into calm twilight. Echo drop, full textures merge. Smooth roll bass, airy plucks, ethereal long pads. Middle hi-hats, light rim clicks. Rim bass, airy plucks, ethereal pads. Middle hi-hats, light rim treble high, immersive, perfect. Chill flow atmosphere. Groove solidifies. Bassline anchors the track, smooth and deep, airy plucks interact with paths, melodic and flowing. Melodic plucks fading, creating a delicate melodic motif. Flow through the veil, drop immersive, perfect chill flow atmosphere. Bassline anchors the track, smooth and deep, airy plucks, smooth and deep, airy plucks interact with paths, melodic and flowing. Melody plucks interact with flow, perfect chill flow atmosphere. Groove solidifies, bassline anchors the track, smooth and deep, airy plucks interact with paths, melodic and flowing. Melody plucks fading, creating a delicate melodic motif. Groove solidifies, bassline anchors the track, smooth and deep, airy plucks interact with paths, melodic and flowing. Melody plucks fading, creating a delicate melodic motif. Groove solidifies. Opens with soft atmospheric paths, light stereo with slow reverb kills. Kick pulses gently, giving a subtle heartbeat. Airy plucks fading, creating a delicate melodic motif. Background ambient effects like software to distant city sounds enhance depth. Feels like stepping into calm twilight. Everything slowed down and reflective. Build. Soft rolling bass enters, smooth and warm. Minimal percussion, gentle hi-hats, light rim clicks. Pads flow slightly, creating richer harmonic texture. Fade flow through the veil. Drop one little fail. Bassline anchors the track, smooth and deep. Airy plucks interact with paths, melodic and flowing. Minimal percussion maintains rhythm without overpowering. Back shimmer, adding an ethereal, hypnotic quality. Hypnotic energy, calm yet immersive, perfect for late night chill. Breakdown bass fade slightly, as it plucks dominate. Reverb, heavy popular, dribble, shimmer subtly. A faint whisper, vocal echoes, twilight fades. Atmospheres, trading. Bass turns deeper and warmer. Bass and pads sway. Filter sweeps and echo effects on plucks and pads give tension and motion. Space feels wide and introspective. Final drop, photo ring bass, smooth rolling bass, airy plucks, ethereal pads, minimal percussion and subtle vocal echoic, immersive, perfect chill flow atmosphere. Bassline anchors the track, smooth and deep. Airy plucks interact with paths, melodic and flowing. Minimal percussion and subtle vocal, act nor fail. Melodic, immersive, perfect chill flow atmosphere. Kick and bass fade slightly, pads and plucks dominate. Word to read, burst interacting with pad, melodic, come the night. Famous whisper, vocal echoes, active, melodic texture, main take, fulfilling bass. Airy plucks, infill, no hi-hats, light rim clicks. Full atmosphere. Kick and bass fade, adds plucks, linger softly. Ends on a shimmering pad note, the twilight veil dissolving into night.
Gentle bass and reverb drenched paths fading slowly. Gentle bright pluck enters, shimmering like northern lights. Percussion gradually layers in, crisp hat slats, launching gear, subtle kick. Background airy, washes aurora like wind. Feeling standing under the glowing sky as the rhythm begins to breathe, build. Melodic ops rising tone filtered. Kick becomes more pronounced, driving into groove. Reverb and delay create wide stereo atmosphere. Drop one, full deep groove hits, deep bass line pulsing in sync with kick. Hypnotic synth arcs dancing across stereo field. Dreamy chord steps and smooth percussion layers. Emotional yet danceable, deep club vibe with melodic euphoria. Beat strips down, just chords and atmospheric pad. Distant vocal reverb tail fades in. We're lost inside the aurora's glow. Softly press, slowly filters back in, with subtle tension building risers. Energy returns stronger, deep club vibe with melodic euphoria. Beat strips down, just chords and atmospheric pad. We're lost inside the aurora's glow. Bass slowly filters back in, with subtle tension building. Risers, trues, laser, tension building. Energy returns stronger, deep club vibe with melodic euphoria. Upsting synth with slow motion, twinkles remain. Aurora like shimmer sound glides across, mix small heartbeat style kick, maintains pulse, final drop. Everything returns in full bloom. Deep groove, bright melodic guts, warm sub bass, layers simply. Final uplifting moment, emotional, cinematic energy. Kick fades out gradually. Adds and plucks echo out in deep reverb. Last note resonates softly like an aurora fading away.
Starts with wide shimmering paths layered with distinct and ambient textures. Soft final hiss and cosmic wind effects adds depth. Gentle click fades in deep and warm. Smooth sub bass enters, pulsing like a heartbeat beneath the clouds. Atmosphere, ocean beam, the stars calm, infinite entrancing build. Adds gentle plucks and delicate arcs, creating celestial motion. As expand with slow filter sweeps, adding dimension. Subtle vocal hums echo in reverb. Let it flow, let it rise. Percussion slowly joins soft hi-hats, ambient shakers like claps. Vocal subtle, swirling deep bassline anchors the mix. That shimmering stereo, smooth and airy. Arcs create melodies sparkle on. Every beat feels smooth and spacious, like floating in slow motion. Emotional but controlled, chill club energy under a starlit sky. Paths take over with bucks echoing, faintly in the distance. Filtered reverb tears expand into dreamy atmosphere. Vocal snippet trips through waves of light. Take me higher, the vibe is weightless and meditative. Bassline returns richer, deeper, more emotional. pads and watch them in harmony, forming a euphoric progression. Like percussive groove enhances rhythm without overpowering the dreams. When sidechain compression gives smooth breathing motion. Bass filters out only airy pads until late flux remains. Bass expansion ring revert till atmospheric swells. Short ascending arc signals the final lift. Final drop awakening nights for the emotional climax. Dreamy pads, flowing deep bass, celestial arcs, echo vocals in the background. Kick fills out pads linger softly, and the distant ocean river and a fading arc echo. Starts with white shimmering pads laid with distant ambient textures. Soft final hiss or cosmic wind effects as depth. Gentle kick fades in, deep and warm. Smooth sub bass enters, pulsing like a heartbeat beneath the clouds. And feel the ocean meeting the stars, calm, infinite, in transit. As gentle plucks and delicate arcs, creating celestial motion. As gentle plucks and delicate arcs, creating celestial motion. Let it flow, let it rise. Percussion slowly joins soft hi-hats, ambient shakers like claps. Vulgar cells, rolling deep bassline anchors the mix. That shimmering stereo, smooth and airy, art create melodic sparkle above. Every feels smooth and spacious, like floating in slow motion. Let us take over with plucks echoing faintly in the distance. Filtered river tails extend into dreamy atmosphere. Vocal snippet drifts through waves of light. Take me higher. The vibe is weightless and meditative. Baseline returns richer, deeper, more emotional. Bads, arcs, boom in harmony, forming a euphoric progression. Like percussive groove enhances rhythm without overpowering the dream. Slight sidechain compression gives smooth breathing motion. Bass filters out only airy weight pads and delayed plucks remain. Space expands, shimmering reverb tails, atmospheric swells. Short ascending arc signals the final lift, final drop. Everything unites for the emotional climax. Dreamy pads, rolling deep bass, celestial arcs, echo vocals in the background. Gentle 4/4 groove, calm euphoria, a soundscape between trance and peace. Kick fades out, pads linger softly, ends with distant ocean river and fading out echo. Bass dissolving into space. Opens with soft ambient wing effects and more mellow pads slowly booming. Gentle low end sub hum sets the mood, smooth, round and soothing. Faint guitar harmonics or light synth plucks echo in stereo. Subtle reverb tails drift like rays of fading sunlight. The sound feels like golden hour washing over still water. Build.
bass removed, floating pads and distant vocal layers take over. Subtle reverbs, reverb and filter swells build gentle tension. A single piano line emerges, softly minimal but heartfelt. Feels like time slowing down, every sound glowing in amber light. Groove returns deeper and fuller. Bass slightly thicker, percussion slightly sharper. Pads evolve into lush chord progressions, creating emotional push notes. Sunset fades into twilight, both peaceful, powerful, but heartfelt. Only pads, soft bass, and melodic hops remain. Slight filter, automation on pads for dream emotion. Vocal textures echo gently across the stereo field. A moment of pure meditation, floating between light and dark. Final drop. Full energy returns, glowing pads, rich bass, and emotional alarm dark. Everything feels smooth and unified, no harsh edges, just warmth. And breathe in rhythm with the kick like waves rolling gently. You're inside the music, calm, full of life, glowing. Keep it first and bass melts away. Pads trips for several bars, fading in. Opens with soft, heavy and wind effects, and warm and mellow pads slowly blooming. Gentle, low and soft hum sets the mood, smooth, round and soothing. Sing guitar hum, mix of lights and plugs, echo stereo. Subtle reverb, tails drift like rays of fading sunlight. The sound feels like golden hour washing over still water. Build a melodic bassline enters warm and fluid, giving gentle movement. Soft percussion joins like hi-hats, organic rim shots, a mellow kick. Pads expand in stereo with this shimmering notes begin to rise in the background. The rhythm glows, relaxational, drop one vlogs in. Dreamy layer pads, smooth melodic synth plus weaving in sync. Soft atmosphere whispers in the background, wordless and emotional, like watching the sun dip behind the horizon. Calm, radiant, hypnotic, breakdown. Stripped down section with bass removed, floating pads and distant vocal layers take over. Subtle reverse, reverb and filter swells build gentle tension. A single piano line emerges, softly minimal but heartfelt. Feels like time slowing down, every sound glowing in amber light. Bright turns deeper and fuller, bass slightly thicker, percussion slightly sharper. Pads evolve into lush chord progressions, creating emotional lift. Sunset fades into twilight, both peaceful and powerful. Soft bass and melodic hops remain. Slight filter automation on pads for dream emotion. Vocal textures echo gently across the stereo field. A moment of pure meditation, floating between light and dark. Final drop. Full energy returns, glowing cuts, rich bass and emotional melodic phrasing. Everything feels smooth and unified, no harsh edges, just warmth. Pads break the rhythm with the kick like waves rolling gently. You're inside the music, calm, full of life, glowing. Kick fades first and bass melts away. Kick fades for several bars, fading shimmering reverb. Ends on a single soft chord, serene and reflective. The night begins, but the warmth of sunset lingers. Opens with soft ambient wind and the waves in the background. Numbers fading well, stereo lush reverb. Soft plugs shimmer lightly, forming a simple sunset melody. Muted kick enters softly with smooth sub-bass pulses. Instantly gives that golden hour calm. Sunlight fading, everything slow and warm. Build adds gentle hi-hats and snare taps with light swing. Pads expand harmonically, breathing with subtle filter motion. Plugs echo delicately with delay, creating relaxing rhythmic flow. We drift in golden light, drop one becomes steady. Smooth bassline glides under the melody, plus from a warm call and response pattern. Pads fill the space with golden tones and subtle reverb tails. The rhythm stays chill but emotional, like slow motion happiness. Kick and bass fade out, leaving just pads and plugs. Ocean effects or distant crowd sounds blend softly. Vocal returns faintly in reverb. Stay with me till the light fades away. The tone deeply peaceful, slightly nostalgic. Groove returns smooth and full. Bassline thicker and warmer, deep but soft. Bad shimmer in stereo, plugs add sparkles. Chill sunset energy, perfect beach lounge moment. Percussion strips back airy paths and filtered bass remain. Long reverb tails drift across the mix. Emotional vocal layer hums faintly through filters. Final drop full mix returns in slow emotional groove. Lush pads, bright plugs, smooth rolling bass. Soft kick and hi-hats. Blissful floating, pure sunset serenity. Elements fade one by one, brick horizon. Feels like the sun dipping below the horizon. Feels like the sun dipping below the horizon.
Opens with soft ambient wind and gentle waves in the background. Warm pads fade in, white stereo, lush reverb. Soft look shimmer lightly, forming a simple sunset melody. Muted kick enters softly with smooth sub-bass pulses. Instantly gives that golden hour calm. Sunlight fading, everything slow and warm. Build adds gentle hi-hats and snare taps with light swing. Pads expand harmonically, breathing with subtle filter motion. Plugs echo delicately with delay, creating relaxing rhythmic flow. Whisper vocal texture fades in drift and golden light. Bassline glides under the melody. Plugs form a warm call and response pattern. Pads fill space with golden tones and subtle reverb tails. The rhythm stays chill but emotional, like slow motion happiness. shimmer in stereo plucks and sparkles. Chill sunset energy, perfect beach lounge moment. The tongue meets, returns in slow, emotional groove. Launch pads, bright plugs, smooth rolling bass. Soft kick and hi-hats, blissful floating. Pure sunset, serenity. Elements fade one by one. Ends with only warm paths and distant ocean sounds. Feels like the sun dipping below the horizon. Opens with soft pet swells and gentle ocean wind effects. Muted kick and slow clap fading softly. Warm analog synth chord shimmer with smooth delay. A single melodic pluck arc and bijou enters pulsing gently. Feeling like the world's slowing down as the sun dips below the horizon. Deep bass line slides in round and smooth, perfectly balanced. Subtle percussion adds motion, lighter hats. A soft lit synth begins to trace a melodic motif like sunbeams. Feel the golden light. Dreamwave paths wide in stereo. Smooth four-kick rhythm, rolling warm bass, gentle vocal ad-libs in the background, and echoing. Energy feels euphoric yet calm. A dreamlike dance between light and sound. Breakdown. Deep bass, slow, gently, filled with warmth and nostalgia. Vocal whisper in the golden veil, we disappear. Rain groove returns, smoother and deeper. Lush paths blend with bright melodic ups. Subtle reverb gives the feeling of open sky. Layers of soft harmonic shimmer, pure sunset magic. Emotion flowing, perfect for golden hour chill playlists. Energy dips, only bass, soft light, and ambient pad remain. A deep low pass, focus sweeps upward, slow rise to final drop. That sound of a dream fading gently into night. Keeping bass fade out gradually. Only soft synths and reverb remain. Final chord echoes into silence, warm and infinite. Drums fade to halftime beat. Bad swell gently filled with warmth and nostalgia. Vocal whisper in the golden veil, we disappear. Reverb tails echo softly like distant waves. Drop two returns, smoother and deeper. Lush paths blend with bright melodic ups. Subtle reverb Minute kick and slow clap, fading softly. Single melodic pluck, arpeggio enters pulsing gently. Feel it like the world's slowing down as the sun dips below the horizon. Deep bassline slides in, round and smooth, perfectly balanced. Subtle percussion adds motion, lights to earth, airy hats. A soft lit synth begins to trace a melodic motif like sunbeams. Feel the golden light. Full deep groove forms, dreamwave pads wide and stereo. Smooth 4/4 kick rhythm, rolling warm bass. Gentle vocal, and it's in the rolling. Energy feels euphoric, yet calm, a dreamlike dance between light and sound. Birds fade to halftime beat. Emotional flowing, perfect for golden hours of playlists. Energy dips, only bass, soft lit, and any patterning. A deep low pass filter sweeps upward, slow rise to final drop. Everything returns in glowing unity, deep on bass. Airy paths, layered melodic plucks, faint ethereal vocals, harmony blooms into full euphoric soundscape. The sound of the dream fading gently into night. Kick and bass fade out gradually. Only softens, reverb remain. Final chord echoes into silence, warming and moving. Drums fade to halftime, fading ethereal vocals, euphoric soundscape. The sound of the dream fading gently into night. It can be fade out gradually. Can please fade out gradually. It can be fade out gradually. Only soft synths and reverberating. Final chord echoes into silence, warm and infinite.
Begins with ethereal ambient pads creating a wide stereo space. Subtle field recordings or wind effects add depth and openness. Soft bass hum enters, smooth and warm. Delayed melodic arcs twinkle faintly in the background, like watching the horizon glow as twilight unfolds. Kick enters gently, deep and rounded. Bassline begins to flow rhythmically, intertwining with pads. Arcs become more prominent, sparkling with light delay. Percussion remains soft, airy hi-hats and muted claps, gradually pulling the listener into a meditative groove. Drop 1. Groove fully locked. Flowing bassline provides hypnotic movement. Pad shimmer, supporting emotional depth. Melodic arcs carry the main theme, soft, dreamy, progressive. Subtle vocal textures, layered in reverb and warmth. like gliding over calm water at sunset, hypnotic yet uplifting. Percussion and bass fade slightly. Pads swell, arms echo across stereo field with delay. Vocal phrases drift faintly, wordless but emotional. A moment of pure serenity. Time slows, focus narrows. Drop through, pads dominate full groove. Arms modulate subtly for movement. Pads evolve. Reflective enhance forward motion. Soft shapes, ring clicks. Euphoric but calm like a gentle wave rolling in rhythm. Fills and pads dominate, baseline softens. Arms take a melodic solo with shimmering delay. Atmosphere reflective, cinematic, final drop. Full arrangement with prominence, sparkling with light delay. Percussion remains soft, airy hi-hats and muted claps, gradually pulling the listener into a meditative groove. Drop one, groove fully locks in, flowing bassline provides hypnotic movement. Pad shimmers, bring emotional depth. Melodic arms carry the main theme, soft, dreamy, progressive. Subtle vocal textures, layered in reverb at warmth. Feels like gliding over calm water at sunset, hypnotic and uplifting. Drop one. Percussion and bass fade slightly. Element bassline provides hypnotic movement. Pad shimmer supporting emotional depth. Pad shimmer supporting emotional depth. Tap shimmer supporting emotional depth. Tap shimmer supporting emotional depth. Melodic ups carry the main theme, soft, dreamy, progressive. Subtle vocal textures layered in reverb add warmth. Feels like gliding over calm water at sunset, hypnotic yet uplifting. Begins with ethereal ambient pads creating wide stereo space. Subtle field recordings or wind effects add depth and openness. Soft bass hum enters smooth and warm. Delayed melodic arps twinkle faintly in the background, like watching the horizon glow as twilight unfolds. Kick enters gently, deep and rounded. Bassline begins to flow rhythmically, intertwining with pads. Arps become more prominent, sparkling with light delay. Percussion remains soft, airy, hi-hats and muted claps, gradually pulling the listener into a meditative groove. Drop one, 132, 132. Groove fully locks, flowing bassline provides hypnotic movement. Catch shimmer supporting emotional depth. Melodic arcs carry the main theme, soft, dreamy, progressive. Subtle vocals and textures layered in reverb add warmth. Feels like gliding over calm water at sunset, hypnotic yet uplifting. Break down 132, 132. Percussion and bass fade slightly. Pads swell, arms echo across stereo field with delay. Vocal phrases drift faintly, wordless but emotional. A moment of pure serenity. Time slows, focus narrows. Drop to 132, 132. Bassline and kick return full groove. Arms modulate subtly for movement. Pads evolve harmonically. Percussion layers enhance forward motion. Soft shakers, rim clicks. euphoric but calm, like a gentle wave rolling in rhythm. Filtered pads dominate, bassline softens. Arps take a melodic solo, shimmering delay. Atmosphere reflective, cinematic, hypnotic, final drop. Full arrangement, returns bass pads, percussion, resonance. Smooth flow maintained, no abrupt changes, perfectly progressive. Closing the track on a luminous, serene high. Elements pleasure in a state of calm, floating energy.
Percussion taps begin, distant shaker reverb, treated hi-hats. A filtered art emerges, bright and slowly evolving. Feeling floating over a glowing ocean, watching the horizon shimmer. Build, baseline becomes more rhythmic and defined. Warm synth layers blend in soft plucks and airy leads. Vocal textures whisper faintly. Kick into steadily, giving heartbeat like rhythm. Drop one groove, locks and rolling deep bass and smooth kick. Evolving melodic pad progression.
bass re-enters smoothly. Energy returns fluidly. Euphoric chord progression shines through falling arcs. Paths are wide, stereo space, lush and immersive. Gentle percussion groove drives the rhythm forward. The listener feels pulled into the current, meditative, uplifting. Energy softens to halftime, feel paths dominate. Echoing synth growth mirrors the earlier art. Reverb and delay create ocean depth. Final drop, rolling bass line, road arcs and plucks. Smooth percussion layers, expansive paths fill the soundscape. A flowing crescendo perfectly balanced between energy and peace. Those fade gradually, leaving paths and soft bass like ocean effects slowly fade back in. Final chord echoes out, serene and glowing. Swells rise gently, a deep yet euphoric wave of sound. Calm energy moving in cycles. Beats drips toward pads of ambient textures. Faint piano notes echo, emotional reflective tone. Whispered vocal freight of that ties the rhythm forward. The shakers, faint hi-hats. Parts evolving pattern, riding rich with chords like slow waves. A whisper vocal layer floats through reverb. Follow the light beyond the tide. Folky groove begins, so track on shimmer, brighter wave, subtle delay. Add to its airy warmth and texture. Percussion stays minimal, crisp and balanced. The sound is entrancing, perfect balance of energy and peace. Raise filters out, focus shifts to pads and arms. Gentle reverb swells, filtered delays. Mix, whispered vocal reappears softly through the lunar horizon. Emotionally weightless, pure truth. Yet deeply calm atmosphere, a final breath before dawn. All layers return harmoniously. Deep rolling bass, shimmering umps, expansive paths, smooth percussion groove creates a euphoric yet deeply calm atmosphere, a final breath before dawn. Fades out, only arcs and paths. on a lingering reverb. Echoing like moonlight fading over galaxies. Loop fades out, only arcs and paths remain. Ends on a lingering reverb tail, echoing like moonlight fading over galaxies. Loop fades out, only arcs and paths remain. 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 Face filters out, focus shifts to paths and arcs. And all our rivers out. Filter out, smiles, filter delays, filter delays, filter mix. Whisper in the mix. Whisper the lunar horizon.
Opens with soft ethereal laps echoing like moonlight reflections. Deep sub bass hums gently beneath, smooth and immersive. Ambient wind effects or faint night atmosphere builds depth. Muted 4/4 kick fades in slowly, adding pulse and rhythm. Feels like gazing at an endless night horizon, calm, endless and mesmerizing. Builds a wide and warm, creating an infinite stereo field. Solo percussion enters soft shakers, faint hi-hats. Arcs evolve in pattern, gliding between chords like slow waves.
A whisper vocal layer floats through reverb. Follow the light beyond the tide.
Flow 1, 2, groove begins.
Rolling bassline anchors the track.
Pump shimmer brighter, layered with subtle delay. Bats give airy warmth and texture. Percussion stays new, crisp and balanced. The sound is entranced in perfect balance of energy and peace. Real sound filters out, focus shifts to pads and arcs. Gentle reverb falls and filtered delays fill the mix.
Whispered vocal reappears softly.
The lunar horizon. The lunar horizon. The lunar horizon. The lunar horizon. Groove drifting over water at midnight, illuminated by moonlight. Energy softens again, filters sweep out high frequencies, paths stained with gentle motion. Vocal echoes fade like whispers in the night breeze. Final drop, impaired harmoniously.
Deep rolling bass.
Shimmering arcs, expansive paths, smooth percussion groove creates a euphoric yet deeply calm atmosphere. A final breath before dawn. Kick fades out, only arcs and paths remain. Ends on a lingering reverb tail echoing like moonlight, fading over calm seas. Kick fades out, only arcs and paths remain. Ends on a lingering reverb tail echoing like fading over calm seas. The lunar horizon. The lunar horizon. Kick fades out, only arcs and paths remain. Ends on a lingering reverb tail echoing like moonlight fading over calm seas.
Opens with gentle ocean ambience and soft reverb tails. Rolling sub-bass subtly fades and smooth, deep, immersive. Soft dives shimmer like moonlight on water, slowly taking melodic shape. Your kick begins to pulse rhythmically, building anticipation. Feels like the start of a night voyage across glowing tides. Build layers of pads and plugs develop wide, lush stereo sound. Percussion enters softly light, hi-hats, delicate shakers. Sparks become brighter, weaving a hypnotic rhythmic flow. Subtle vocal texture whispers in the background. Drift with the midnight tide. Plugs move in sync, gliding with oceanic rhythm. Kick and snare gain weight, but remain smooth and balanced. Pads swell to fill the background, creating warmth and flow. The sound feels alive, every beat like a wave rolling onto the shore. Stripped down section with just paths, vocal atmospheres and light arcs. Subtle chord changes add emotional depth. Filtered water effects fade in and out for texture. Mood in, introspective, suspended in calm blue energy. Kick and bass re-enter smoothly. On shimmer brighter, flowing in intricate rhythmic loops. Pads expand again, soft supersol layers gliding behind the melody. Deep groove continues hypnotically, perfect for a nighttime set. Bass filters out gradually. Reverb swells and delay tails fill the mix. A distant, emotional vocal hum echoes. Stay with me beneath the waves. Every up, everything moves together. Rolling deep bass, lush pads, airy arcs, soft vocal echoes. You euphoric yet tranquil, the perfect deep flow. Bass flip the midnight counter, ocean moving deep. Most pads, airy arcs, soft vocal echo. Minimal percussion groove, euphoric yet tranquil, the perfect progressive deep flow. Bass grows full body, rolling in deep. Arms and plucks move in sync, gliding with oceanic rhythm. Bass grows full body, rolling in deep. Arms and plucks move in sync, gliding with oceanic rhythm. Kick and snare gain weight, but remain smooth and balanced. Add swell to fill the background, creating warmth and flow. The sound feels alive, every beat like a wave rolling onto the shore. Breakdown session with just paths, vocal atmospheres and light arcs. Subtle chord changes add emotional depth. Filtered water effects fade in and out for texture. Mood in, introspective, suspended in calm blue energy. Kick and bass re-enter smoothly. On shimmer brighter, flowing in intricate rhythmic groups. Pads expand again, soft supersol layers gliding behind the melody. Deep groove continues hypnotically, perfect for a nighttime set. Bass filters out gradually, calm blue energy. Opens with gentle ocean ambience and soft reverb tails. Rolling sub-bass suddenly fades in smooth, deep, immersive. Soft arcs shimmer like moonlight on water, slowly taking melodic shape. The kick begins to pulse rhythmically, building anticipation. Feels like the start of a night voyage across glowing tides. Pads and plucks develop wide, lush stereo sound. Percussion enters softly, like hi-hats, delicate shakers. Arcs become brighter, weaving a hypnotic rhythmic flow. Subtle vocal texture whispers in the background, drift with the midnight tide. With oceanic rhythm. Kick and snare gain weight, remain smooth and balanced. Paths
bass hum fades in entry. Minimal percussive licks appear lightly planned in stereo. Gentle reverb tails and white like FX as spaciousness. Feeling weightless, suspended above calm waters. Evening light reflecting off the surface. Chill bassline rolls as smooth and subtle, pulsing gently. Soft melodic bars echo quietly in the background. Pads swell slightly, adding depth and warmth. Flow with the prism. Percussion remains minimal, just enough to guide the rhythm. Drum, one, drum, 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 drum. Deep bassline forms the foundation. Arcs layer melodically, soft but rhythmic. Pads fill the stereo field. Airy, flowing, cinematic stars. Percussion accent, bad like FX as spaciousness. Your track flows like gentle currents, hypnotic but serene. Bass and kick fade slightly, leaving pads and arms. Vocal chops echo faintly, airy, stretched, ethereal. Ambient effects like water splashes or soft wind drip through the light. Chord progression emerges calming and emotional. Drop to groove for 10. Only pads and arms remain. Reverb and delay expand, creating wide stereo space. Vocal sample fades into an echo, never true to the meditate. Full textures merge. Bass. Chill bassline, airy pads, layered melodic arms, soft percussion and vocal. Smooth, cinematic, flow, serene and hypnotic, layered melodic arms, soft percussion and flow. Only airy pads and faint arcs remain. Ends on a gentle shimmering note, like waves fading into twilight. Attraction becomes the foundation.
Begins with airy ambient pads wide and shimmery. Soft sub-bass sound fades into lean. Minimal percussive clicks appear, lightly panned in stereo. Gentle reverb tails and wind like effects add spaciousness. Feeling weightless, suspended above calm waters. Evening light reflecting off the surface. Ill bassline rolls in smooth and subtle, pulsing gently. Soft melodic arcs echo quietly in the background. Swell slightly, adding depth and warmth. Flow with the prism. Only airy pads and faint arcs remain. Ends on a gentle shimmering note, like waves fading into twilight. Butter splashes, a soft wind drift through. A light chord progression emerges calmly and emotional. Drop twos like gentle currents, hypnotic but serene. Breakdown, bass and kick fade slightly, leaving pads and ups. Vocal chops echo faintly, airy stretched ethereal. Ambient effects like water splashes or soft wind drift through. A light chord progression emerges calmly and emotional. Drop to groove within. Only pads and ups remain. Reverb and delay mix that shimmering softly. Pressure subtly highlights rhythm, never intrusive. Atmosphere blooms, giving a sense of floating endlessly. Perfect for late night lounge, sunset chill for retrospective moments. Energy dips again, only pads and ups remain. Reverb and delay expand, creating wide stereo space. Vocal sound fades into an echo, reflective and meditative. Phone textures merge, chill bassline, airy pads layer melodic arcs. Smooth, cinematic flow, serene and hypnotic. Only airy pads and fade ups remain. Ends on on a gentle shimmering note, like waves fading into twilight.
Starts with low rumblings of bass and space, reverb textures and elmo percussion tick enters tight hi-hat, soft snare, echo glitch and effects pulse sync with the beat, tiny clicks, reversed hits, same focal glitch, fragments fade and drift through stars, filling a slow awakening in a cosmic after party. Gravity feels lighter. Deep rolling bassline comes alive, steady and hypnotic. Synth plus echo rhythmically panning between left-right channels. Filter sweeps subtly, creating constant motion. Club reverb wide in stereo space, intimate but infinite. Drop off for night kick, sub-heavy bassline, layer perk, slap taps, glitch pops, chill pad textures float above like distant stars. Local snippets, no electro drift, till seeping hypnotic energy, ideal for 4 a.m. moments on the dance floor. Fades out, only ambient paths but effects remain. Deep filter sweep glides through the mix, echo vocal whisper, weightless fading, drifting away. Glitchy effects build tension for the next section. Beat slams back in with thicker bass and added pucks of texture. Subtle synth melody begins to rise, almost imperceptible but emotional. Bad shimmer arms twinkle faintly in the distance. Vocal fragments chopped rhythmically in sync. A deep rolling journey, smooth layered, endlessly flowing. Flowing, 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 flowing. We drift, we rise again. Gradual fade into cosmic reverb. Bass and kick fade out. Lines and effects shimmer out in silence. Joe patches for blood fading into space. Bass and kick fade out. That's an effect shimmer out into silence. Final note echoes like light fading into space. Bass and kick fade out. Pads and effects shimmer out into silence. Final note echoes like light fading in deep space. Melodic energy, ideal for 4 a.m. moments on the dance floor. Break fades out, only ambient paths remain. Deep filter sweep glides through the mix, echo vocal whisper, weightless fading, drifting away. Beat slams back in with thicker bass and added pops of texture. Subtle synth melody begins to rise, almost imperceptible but emotional. Bad shimmer arms twinkle faintly in the distance. Vocal fragments chopped rhythmically in sync. A deep rolling journey, smooth layered and
Opens with soft final, crackling think wind effects. Warms up bass pulse, begins distant and smooth. Ethereal paths fading slowly, lush silky texture. Soft vocal chops and faintly reverse and reverb heavy. The feeling you're walking through a quiet city at midnight, light shimmering on wet pavements. Deep kick enters clean and rounded. Percussion layers, gentle shaker, soft snare tap. Pads widen in stereo with light movement from filter sweeps. Vocal chops become
become more rhythmic, flowing with delay. Hypnotic repetition, smooth mesmerizing. Drop 132. Baseline rolls in deep, warm, slightly syncopated groove. Bass and plucks blend to form a drifting melody. Smooth and immersive, can bass pull away. Only pads and chop vocal remain. Filtered ambient noise, offering a club reverb. The track glows with late night energy, deep and hypnotic. Vocals turn more melodic, blending with airy synth tones. Pads swirl around in stereo, giving a floating sensation. Reverb and delay bloom beautifully. Holding bass line, silky pack, smooth kick, echoing vocal hook, flowing perfect for midnight club vibe. Elements age gently, bass lines to go. Mixed with soft pad chord and one final vocal, echoing into silence. The mirage dissolves, leaving only still night air. Smooth and immersive. Kick and bass pull away. Only pads and chop vocal remain. Filtered ambient noise, like soft rain or club reverb. Tail fills the background.
Organs with soft final crackle and faint wind effects. Warms up, bass pulse begins, distant and smooth. Ethereal pads fade in slightly lush, silky texture. Soft vocal chops echo faintly reversed and reverb heavy. The feeling you're walking through a quiet city at midnight, light shimmering on wet pavement. Kick enters clean and rounded. Percussion layers, gentle shaker, soft snare tap. Pads widen in stereo with light movement from filter sweeps. Vocal chokes become more rhythmic, flowing with delay. Hypnotic repetition, smooth, mesmerizing. Drop 1, pulls in deep, warm, slightly syncopated groove. Pads and plucks blend to form a drifting melody. Vocal chop hook, everything slowly rolling across the mix. Everything feels fluid, smooth, and immersive. Breakdown, kick and bass pull away. Only pads and chop vocal remain. Filtered ambient noise like soft rain, club reverb tail. Velvet mirage, emotional cinematic moment, almost dreamlike. Kick and bass pull away. Only pads and chop vocal remain. Filtered ambient noise like soft rain, club reverb tail. Velvet mirage, emotional cinematic moment, almost dreamlike. Drop 1, bass and kick re-enter stronger but still smooth. Arc subtly shimmer, higher frequencies. Percussion grooves pick up, gentle yet driving. Track glows with late night energy, deep and hypnotic. Full mix, return melodic, blending with airy synth tones. That swirl around in stereo, giving a floating sensation. Reverb and delay bloom beautifully here. Final drop. Full mix, rejoin and rounded. Percussion layers, gentle shaker, soft snare tap. Pads widen in stereo with light movement from filter sweeps. Vocal chops become more rhythmic, flowing with delay. Hypnotic repetition, smooth, mesmerizing. Drop 1, walls in deep, warm, slightly syncopated groove. Padded groove. Bassline rolls in deep, warm, slightly syncopated groove. Pads and plucks blend to form a drifting melody. Vocal chop hook, distant, soulful, echoing across the mix. Every pads and chop vocal remain filtered ambient noise like soft rain, club reverb tail, velvet